Can I see your nails? I got the, Lord, look, I ain't never seen that like that. That's why we ain't getting our stimulus check, them nails. That's why we ain't that's why we ain't getting our stimulus check right there. You probably got yours out of there. If you cut them fingernails, I can get my stimulus check. How you doing today?
Great, baby. You?
All right, y'all have a blessed day.
Oh man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. He's an on-time God. Donnie people, man, we went back on that one, Pastor Haynes.
Oh, yes, you did, Rickey Smiley. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I know you got a good word this morning.
Oh, Rickey, he may not come when you want him. That's the part that gets me, because there are times when I want God to show up and God seems to be silent. There are times I'm hoping for God to come through and I can't find God. And so Dottie People says he's an on-time God. He may not come when you want him. And this is for someone who is going through a situation and God has yet to come through. God has seemingly been silent. This song lets us know that even when God is silent, God ain't still. God is up to something even when life gets you down, and God may not come when you want him, but I promise you God will be there right on time. And when God shows up right on time, knowing that God, even when silent, is not still, that God is working even while we are waiting. Dottie People give some witnesses. The first witnesses are the Hebrew people down at the Red Sea. And down at the Red Sea, they discovered that when you're stuck in a jacked up situation, God on time makes a way out of no way. They were stuck, watch this, with Pharaoh coming behind them and the Red Sea in front of them, mountains on each side of them. They are stuck like Chuck, and there's no way out until God made a way out of no way. And some of you can testify that you've been in situations where you didn't see your way out, and that's when God did the impossible. That's when God showed up, showed out, and did what you could not do for yourself. God made a way where there was no way. But then she shifts and talks about those 5,000 in the wilderness. Imagine this, they are hungry, but unbeknownst to them, while they are hungry and it's getting late, that's when Jesus, behind their back, does something for them that they couldn't do for themselves. As a matter of fact, when they weren't looking out for themselves, Jesus was looking out for them. That's the good news I give to you, and that is that God works behind your back. And when you don't have enough sense to look out for yourself, isn't it good to know that God is looking out for you? Well, that's my testimony, because there have been times I didn't even know I needed a blessing, and the next thing I know, God sent the right person at the right time, and they did the right thing because God was looking out for me when I didn't have enough sense to look out for myself. He's an on-time God. Yes, he is, because finally she talks about Daniel, and Daniel will testify that God may not stop you from going in the lion's den. God may not stop you from getting into a bad situation, but God will get in that bad situation with you, and you'll end up saying with Seeley, I'm still here. Daniel was still here even though he was in the lion's den. He survived a night in the lion's den, and when the king called his name, the Bible says Daniel answered, because Daniel was saying, in essence, I'm still here. And a lot of you can testify that you are still here in spite of what you've been through, in spite of what has happened to you, in spite of haters, in spite of racism, in spite of sexism, in spite of mess. You are still here because God is an on-time God. Yes, he is.
No, that's right, Pastor Haynes. Hey, Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, you can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. My handle is @FHUnscripted. You can check out my sermons on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes. And, of course, I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes.
Hey, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir.
I know he saved Daniel from the lion's den, but what you forgot about, he also saved Gilligan from the island.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Don't forget that, Pastor Haynes. He said, Roxy, I know you was thinking the same thing, Roxy. You keep talking about Daniel, but you don't understand, Pastor Haynes.
That's right.
He says, get it good from the island.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Rickey Smiley. Thank you, Gilligan.
No, man. No, man.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 12 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Happy Founders Day. Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Eva, good morning.
Good morning to all the Deltas out there. Good morning, Rickey Smiley. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Happy Wednesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. The House will take steps today to begin the impeachment of President Trump for the second time. Now, this decision came after Vice President Mike Pence refused a late night vote urging him to invoke the 25th Amendment and remove Trump from office. As of last night, at least 5 Republicans in the House said that they would support impeachment. Meanwhile, Trump is in Texas yesterday bragging about his border wall. Hundreds of supporters showed up to cheer on his arrival. Now, this was the first public appearance since the attack on the Capitol, and he said that his speech he gave that incited the insurrection was, quote, totally appropriate.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, I tell you.
Well, the good news is you got about 20 Republicans in the Senate that's really thinking about convicting him and taking the impeachment issue up on the floor of the Senate. And Liz Cheney, who is the third most powerful in the United States Congress on the minority side, has really stepped up to the plate and is voting to impeach Donald Trump. So, if they get this done, like you said yesterday, he can't ever run for president again.
Nope. So. Can't run for president, and all the benefits and perks you get as former president, he gets taken away, which is security, his annual travel stipend, money, all that good stuff no longer exists.
Right.
And last but not least, the Health and Human Service Secretary announced several changes yesterday that will hopefully speed up the rollout of the coronavirus vaccine. Now, instead of basing the vaccine allocation on population, each state will now be given doses based on how successful they've been handling the rollout. Plus, the government will no longer hold back the required second doses of the vaccine so that more people can get them. And they are urging states to start vaccinating groups lower down the priority scale. I agree. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the Rickey Smiley.
Yeah, I got to get my parents vaccinated because they down there in that damn basement got plastic over everything. I got to get them out of my house. Go ahead, Gary. Roxy.
Roxy, what's going down in sports?
Yes, sir. NBA superstar James Harden is expressing his frustrations, man. He pretty much says, listen, the Houston Rockets are just not good enough. He doesn't believe his team is a contender and don't think it can be fixed. Stay tuned. In the meantime, if y'all missed it, LeBron James channels his inner Steph Curry versus the Houston Rockets yesterday. He shot a 3-point shot, then turned his back to the goal as he hit the bottom of the net like, what?
Draws!
Yes,
look him in the eye. Draws!
Come on, dog. Last but not least, man, former NBA star Lamar Odom has signed a deal to fight in a celebrity boxing match. Now, he going to step into the ring June the 12th. We still don't know who his opponent is yet. But, hey, stay tuned. Lamar Odom, I'm trying to get that little situation in. That's what I got right now for sports. Gary with the T. What's poppin', pimpin'?
All right, y'all. We all know, y'all, that Michael Jackson's ever changing appearance, y'all, remains one of the most fascinating parts, y'all, of the King of Pop's life, y'all. And they're saying, you remember that Jackson denied rumors, y'all, of the multiple plastic surgeries and stuff. He said he did not have plastic surgery. The only thing he had was surgery done on his nose, y'all. And a lot of people saying, well, yeah, you may have just had surgery done on your nose, but people saying, y'all, for many years, y'all, many questioned the validity of Jackson's answers, y'all, regarding his appearance. Well, furthermore, y'all saying many people have wondered whether his 3 children, y'all, are biologically his, as many believe they bear no resemblance, y'all, to Michael Jackson or his family, nor do they appear to be biracial to some. Well, now they're saying Jackson have always stood firm, y'all, that his children was biologically his, y'all, but there's an actor out there, a lot of people saying he may not ever act in Hollywood again for speaking out. It's being reported, y'all, that actor Michael J. White, y'all, they're saying he doesn't buy Jackson's story. They said, in fact, he considered Jackson to be delusional and said that Michael Jackson's fans are so loyal to him that they ignore the obvious, and he expressed this.
You talking about Uncle?
No, Michael J. White. He played a lot of.
You're thinking Jaleel White, Michael J. White. That's that fair complected brother that be acting.
Dude. Oh yeah.
He played in a lot of Tyler Perry.
And why did I get married?
Okay.
Yeah.
And he is speaking out. He's saying none of them children are Michael Jackson kids. He's saying Michael Jackson was definitely delusional, and y'all are too. That's not right.
What did he say wrong?
He said that. What you mean? He said that it's definitely.
What did he say wrong?
What you mean? What did he say wrong? He shouldn't have
Everybody
nothing to say
been
about
saying that
Michael
for years.
Jackson. Leave that man alone. That man is in his grave. Don't know about what?
No, he just said he gave his opinion about the kid. Everybody been saying that for years.
Okay, but how
his opinion about the kids?
This man, leave this alone. Don't get in these kids. Like, these kids go through enough stuff, blanket and all the rest of them. Don't nobody want to go through that and hear that about their dad. They love that man as their dad. So what?
They don't look biracial. They don't.
But sometimes the kids don't look exactly split like the parents. It doesn't mean that they're not the parents.
Look
even if they're not.
Yeah, but
even
that's
if
Michael
they're
Jackson's
not.
children. That's his children. They said Michael. If Ed Murphy would say that blonde hair, blue eyed child was biologically his, people would say he's wrong for that stuff. But he do have a white wife, so it might be not so. But anyway, we're gonna pray, y'all.
Had to throw that in there.
The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors in honor of the Delta Sigma Theta. The color today, y'all, is crimson cream. On the high end, you say crimson and cream, and on the low end, you say beautiful red and white. That's your color for the day. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Oh, Lord. Coming up next in the hot spot, I'm going to be talking about Ashanti and Keisha Cole, Dionne Warwick, Tyler Perry, and more. Coming up next, you don't want to miss it. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot.
Catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show is the bottom of the hour. It is about that time for Brad to do the hot spot. Let's go, Brad. What you got?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. The official Versus Instagram account has announced the new and final day for Ashanti and Keisha Cole's battle. Oh, Lord, I'm so over this. The new date is January 21st. I mean, they gonna have to come with it. Like, this been put off for so long. Like, I really hope they, they dress fly. They do some real stuff that's real memorable.
It's gonna be dope.
It's been a long time coming. We've been waiting on this thing. Ashanti had got COVID, and then it was postponed again and again. So we ready for it. Let's just come on. But the announcement read, thank you to everyone for being patient with us. We can't wait for this magical night with Keisha and Ashanti. This is the final date change. So let's get it. All right, y'all, moving on. Twitter queen Dionne Warwick took to social media to ask Cardi B what her husband's rap name means. She wrote, after today, I can confidently add Cardi B to the list of my people that my niece has opened my eyes to. More on this tomorrow. She added, Cardi B is authentically herself. Now, after people started saying some so nice things, some so not nice things about Cardi B, she defended the rapper. She said, and Cardi B later tweeted to Dionne, it's okay, Miss Dionne. I get it all the time. This generation is wicked. And Dionne responded, keep being you. And before asking what does offset mean, she said, is there also an onset walking around somewhere? You know what? Dionne is on one, yo. Dionne Warwick is saying anything to anybody, and it's working for her, and I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, y'all. Reports say that OWN series, The Have and the Have-Nots, will officially end after season 8. The final episodes will end in May, y'all. Yeah, with the mid-season finale airing this week. Tyler Perry's The Have and the Have-Nots premiered in May of 2013 as the network's first scripted drama on one of the highest networks rated shows. Oprah Winfrey said in the statement, The Have and the Have-Nots Thoughts was the first scripted drama we aired on OWN, and to say it took off from day one as when it hit the air is an understatement. It's all due to one man's creativity and very vivid imagination. A man I refer to as my big little brother, Tyler Perry. I thank Tyler, the incredible cast, the tireless crew, and every single viewer who watched with bated breath each week and tweeted along with us these past 8 years. You used to watch it, Eva? I never seen it.
Baby, Tika Sumpter kills that role. Oh my goodness. Have or have nots is everything. It's like appointment TV.
Well, if
America
people feel the same
today.
way I felt about Greenleaf, I know they sad about this because Greenleaf was so good.
Baby.
Really?
Oh, yes.
I'm going to have to buy the DVD tapes.
Oh, you want to watch that, Ricky?
Especially if you went to church, you would love some Greenleaf.
Exactly.
Wow.
Absolutely. All right, y'all, last but not least, Zendaya, y'all. She graces the cover of GQ's latest issue, and she looks amazing. She revealed that being in the limelight did not come natural to her. She said, in this industry, I had to learn how to do a lot of small talking stuff because I guess I would kind of come off cold to people because I didn't really know how to start a conversation. She said, I remember my stylist was like, you come off kind of cold. People think you're mean because you don't talk, when really you were just too nervous. The Emmy winner says she knows that.
Who you talking about, Brent?
Zendaya.
Okay.
She's on the cover of GQ's magazine.
Right.
She said that even in her smallest decisions, they were watched closely, and she just was like, oh my God, I just don't want to mess up. And so she was just nervous about messing up, and she never wants to let anybody down. So sometimes that is hard when you're younger and everybody on your back, and it's hard to, you don't want to say the wrong thing. You don't know what's right to say. So we're going to keep her in our prayers because she's a beautiful young lady, and I'm sure this industry has been hard on her like it's been hard on everybody else. She can't do nothing because somebody got something to say about any and everything you do.
And you know what? You know what? Not talking is okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that something wrong with you, or you mean maybe you talk too much.
Right.
Or you too talkative.
Right.
Everybody don't be one. You don't know what people going through, what's on their mind. Sometimes people say that you're mean. That's one thing I hate about the South, boy. Anytime you don't talk and you ain't hugging and
you mean.
Got to walk in the room and ask everybody how your mama doing, you're considered mean.
That's
not
right.
mean.
Yeah. Well, coming up next, y'all, we got Rock T's HBCU. And why don't y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls at 1-866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
HBCU.
Yeah, baby, it's about that time. Rock Teasy in the house. HBCU, it's time to highlight another one of our extraordinary she-rolls that attended one of our phenomenal historically black colleges and universities. We finna head to Ohio. Central State University, established in 1887. Home of the Maroon and Gold Marauders. Also home of the invincible Marching Marauders. Let's talk about one of y'all's former graduates. The amazing U.S. Congresswoman Joyce Beatty, who received the Bachelor's of Arts degree in speech, a Master of Science degree in counseling psychology. Plus, she holds an honorary doctorate. She has been national spokesperson for the American Heart Association. She serves on the Ohio Democratic Committee, the Women's Fund, the NAACP. She won the 2002 YWCA Women of Achievement Award, the NAACP Freedom Award, the Woman of Courage Award, the Urban League Leadership Recognition Award. Do I need to stop? Oh no. And of course, she's a proud member of the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Oh yeah, the honorary U.S. Congresswoman Joyce Beatty. If you didn't know, now you know. If you want me to highlight your favorite HBCU, hit me up on my social media platforms at Rock T Holla. Let's get it.
HBCU, Rock Teasy, Basheezy, my kneesy. Appreciate that, Rock T. Dr. Colley, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley, and this is your coronavirus update for today, January 13th. The United States has averaged more than 3,000 COVID deaths per day for the past week, and has reported more than 200,000 new infections for the past week. Experts state that these numbers don't give you the whole picture, Ricky, because many cases, including mild or asymptomatic infections, have not even been diagnosed. There are also delays in reporting cases now because of the overwhelming numbers, meaning that infections reported today could have been identified days ago. We have increased our distribution. Earlier this week, we had distributed 10 million doses of vaccine. We now have almost 30,000 doses out, but we only increased the vaccines in arms from 8 million to 9 million people, so only another million people have been vaccinated. So we are still lagging behind in, of course, the distribution and getting vaccine in arms. So one of the things that's happened, they're relaxing the restrictions because there are first-line people who are still questioning about whether to get the vaccine or not, so they're just declining it, including a lot of healthcare workers. So they're just saying, give it to anybody who wants it, basically. They start off, of course, with greater than age 70, and then anybody younger than that has comorbid conditions. If you're black in America, you have comorbid conditions. So if the vaccine is available in your area, go and get the vaccine, please, please. There are 2 variants available, of course, the Pfizer vaccine and the Moderna vaccine both require 2 injections. They're no longer and Moderna. They're no longer holding back that second vaccine, their second dose. So it's more vaccine available. So we are doing that. Okay, guess what, Ricky? They got this escape mutant of the variations now from South Africa. They calling this one the escape mutant because it's been shown to have an opportunity to escape the effects of antibodies and the vaccine. So this mutation is alarming. It's called an escape mutant because it's been shown to do just that.
And it does what again? Say that one more time, Dr. Collier.
It allows the virus to escape the effects of antibodies from the vaccines. So it's now the question is, it doesn't render the vaccines useless, but it's possible. But that mutation, plus in combination with other mutations, could decrease the efficacy of the vaccine against that variant. Now,
we need to stop all. We're gonna stop all them flights. Don't come over here. Don't come over here right now until we get all that solved. Don't stop.
Until we stop all that and get all that solved. But Moderna and Pfizer both say that they can quickly alter their vaccines if they need to fight that off. So that's right now, that's still not a problem. 2 paths to immunity. Remember, you get the virus and get over it. If you become infected with it, you get vaccinated, you get immunity, or if you get the vaccine. So with more people getting it, that's the only one benefit, that we're still rapidly heading toward herd immunity because so many people are getting the infection and getting over it.
Hold on, let's go to the phone. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
About the vaccine, they said go to your pharmacy or whatever. Do we have to pay for that?
No, the vaccine is at absolutely no cost. The government is paying for it. If you have insurance, they're going to charge your insurance for it. If you do not, there's a thing called the CARES Act. That's CARES, where funds have been allocated to pay for the vaccine. So it shouldn't cost you anything. It shouldn't cost a copay. Shouldn't cost anything. So don't hesitate. Don't let finances be an issue with you not getting the vaccine. It's available at no cost.
Vaccine is just like salvation. It's free. Let's go to the next call. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Yeah, I was wondering, does that vaccine cause convulsions? I know I've seen an episode of something that a woman's tongue was jumping and her whole body started jumping, her muscles started jumping. What? I was just wondering, does it cause convulsions or what kind of side effects it has?
Well, they have had people that have had acute allergic reaction to the vaccine, and that one case, I'm familiar with what you're talking about, that could have just been a reaction to getting an injection that has nothing to do with the vaccine. So I would state, no, I don't think that it causes convulsions, and right now there's been no real identified side effects that you should be concerned for as far as safety is concerned. But again, we're monitoring this in real time, so as more people get the vaccine, things may happen, and then we'll be documenting, and we'll be bringing that information to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show listeners.
All right, there it is, Dr. Collier. Let everybody know how you can be reached and give them your disclaimer.
Be reached on all. Well, first, these are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show or its radio affiliates. Tonight, I'll be doing Facebook Live at 7 p.m. Go to Ask Dr. MJ, and we're going to answer all of your healthcare questions. And go to my website.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Lamar Odom. We talked about Lamar Odom on yesterday. He and his wonderful beautiful, sexy fiance, Sabrina Parr, are no longer together. They broke up. They're saying,
Lord have mercy. Those are your friends.
Yes, and I love Sabrina and Lamar very well, and I don't know what was the problem. But now people are talking about Sabrina. Sabrina made an announcement that she's dating her somebody else already. She said she already got her a new piece, honey. She's like, baby, please.
Get nobody that quick. You know, that was already in the working.
She did the Busted challenge.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, Ricky, I don't know.
She did what?
She did the Busted challenge, Brad.
Yeah.
You know, the new little viral challenge where they play the little...
yeah, where you drop, baby.
Song. Yes, girl. And she
Brad, when you going to do yours, Brad? We waiting. You done release them pictures. It's time.
Come on now, bro.
Come on with the story, damn it.
Well, honey, okay, well, we waiting on it. But anyway, child, congratulations, I guess, to Sabrina, honey. She done moved on, and she's happy all over again, we think. So we're going to find out. We're going to try to talk to Sabrina and see, honey, what's really going on with her and Mr. Oldham. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, in happy news, y'all, Sierra revealed, y'all, how she and Russell Wilson keep their relationship going. Now, she said, honey, we do have to put ourselves first as husband and wife. She said, and that's a hard thing to do, really understand. She said, I think, especially for women, moms, she said, we have love for our babies, honey, so much. She said, but we got to make sure our love is feeling good, too. Our husbands are feeling good, too. Now, Eva, you the only happy married one on the show, so is that true?
Ooh. Hold
on.
Wait a
minute, Right T? You forgot Right T.
I forgot.
Oh, you said happily married.
Special K.
God.
I'm sorry. I'm married 400 years. I forgot.
Oh, wow.
You know Moses over there, he been married.
So even is that true though? So you put your husband, you know, she said you got to put your husband first. I got, you know, she said that their love is feeling good too. She said, but our husbands are feeling good also. She said, you know, you have to put your husband and yourself first as well, even though you have kids. Is that correct? Did you put your husband first over your kids, or
I don't think it really works like that, like you put your husband over your kids. I just think you do not forget to prioritize your husband also. So while you're worried about making sure the kids' clothes fit and they have their food, you also make sure that your husband's favorite meal is made and you pick him up something special too. So it's just not to forget your husband.
So Special K, does your wife put you over the kids? Roxy, what about Chris? Does she put you over the kids?
No.
See, that's why I know y'all wouldn't have.
Yeah, when I was married,
I can't even lie.
When I was married, I put my wife first. I wasn't studying them damn kids. It was a little bit of cereal left. I made sure my wife ate, because my wife got a big old booty and she fine. I told them kids they have to eat their breakfast at school. Let your mama eat these leftovers. You got one little corner of Captain Crunch for Crunch Berry. Let your mama eat that. Y'all eat that damn school lunch. Y'all get on up.
All
take
right.
care of your woman, damn it.
All right.
Damn them kids.
Okay. That's a Rock T.
Oh yeah, man, you got to balance that thing out. No, Crystal.
Yeah, you got to be equally yoked.
Yeah, she do a great job of balancing it out, making sure that I'm not neglected as her husband, as her mate, but at the same time, you know, she's a super mom with the kids as well.
Oh, that sounds
nice.
What'd you say, Ricky?
You know, Sierra got a little sister that's real bubbly. Y'all
really?
never talk about her in the movie. Yes, Sierra's missed. Go ahead.
Baby, whatever you had this morning, honey, we all want some of it.
Boy, that damn Starbucks. Boy, that Starbucks
we
breakfast
want some
blend.
of it, honey.
That's
I'm
like cocaine mixed with Molly or something. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sierra's missed.
Sierra missed, baby. Okay, I'm going to end it on that, child. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors, y'all. In honor of the Deltas, honey, I'm going to give a shout out to some of my wonderful Delta friends, Miss Jada Burton, Monica Isles, Erica Isles, Miss Demetria Hall, Rita, and our lovely super producer, Miss Kim Nelson Ingram, honey. Happy Founders Day to all of you. Say that later, damn it. You were too late with it. The color today is crimson and cream. Hi, you say crimson and cream. No, just say red and white. That's your color for the day. Now, what you say, Rocky?
What's wrong, Rock?
You done took silly to a whole nother level, dog. Just go home, man.
Yeah, dog. They ain't ready for me this morning, boy. That doggone man, that's damn Starbucks breakfast blend will have you so hyped this morning, boy. That morning. All right. Okay. Here we go.
Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so we be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
It's Cassie Levy from Rosenberg, Texas. Happy Founders Day. My sorors from Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated on our 108th anniversary. Go H-Town and go Deltas in Houston, Texas. Wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Tina T here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with the Broward County Alumni Chapter of May Spring 84, number 29, Alpha Tau, Southern University, HBCU. Happy Founders Day, sorors.
It's Howard Baker Graves from Geisler, Louisiana. And I want to wish all my sorors a happy Founders Day. Wake up, baby. Forward with fortitude. And that's on J13.
I'm calling from Aiken, South Carolina. I'm number 13. I want to give a shout out to Aiken Alumni, Delta Sigma Theta, all the Deltas out there. Ooh, wake up, wake up, wake up.
In Greenwood, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. When you at Dallas, wake up. In Chicago, wake up. ATL, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Delta Sigma Theta in the building. And give a big shout out to Adrian Marche Peterson Fields. A good, awesome soror, man, that I love so much, grew up with in church. And, man, thank y'all for your wake-up calls, man. Shout out to my cousin Melody, Dion Armour, Savannah, Georgia. Man, all the wonderful, awesome sorors, members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, was founded 108 years ago today on the campus of Howard University by 22 collegiate women. Hey, they purposely formed a public service organization with the goal of promoting academic excellence and developing programs to assist those in need. Since its founding, more than 200,000 women have joined the organization around the world. And I got to shout out to all the Delta's 26th national President, Miss Beverly Evans Smith, my wonderfully talented executive producer of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
That's right.
Kim Nelson Ingram. Go ahead, Kim. Go ahead, Kim. What? Kim, you produced the Tom Joyner Morning Show, and you came on over to produce this show, and you produced Dish Nation with the Kia Craddock Show, and you've been
Monique show.
And
Shout out Monique.
Wait, you produced Monique's show at BET?
Yeah.
Well, sorors be doing this. I can't even remember the soror name who was the executive producer when I was hosting Comic View in 2004. Shout out to all the
Deltas everywhere.
I'm telling you.
Let me do a quick shout out. I got to shout out the new Upsilon chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I was the deuce on the Spring 89 line. That's right, Kiongo, Spring 89.
What?
Also, I got to give a special shout out to the Beta Alpha chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated at FAMU, my adopted chapter, and my current chapter, the North Dallas Suburban Alumni chapter. Yes, I am financial. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Lifetime, baby.
The North Dallas Suburban Alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. You better know this man.
Man, shout out to all of y'all. Hey, I just want to say, man, I don't think I would be the man that I am if it was not for members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. All of my sorors, they were my teachers. My middle school principal, who I absolutely love, adore, and treasure, Rosa P. Hanks, who did not play games with me, would take me in her office and paddle me or whatever. She said, you don't need no medicine. Ain't nothing wrong with you. And you don't have no ADHD. I don't know. But this your ADHD right here, your Adderall right here, this paddle. And I used to get paddled with a Delta Sigma Theta paddle while facing y'all shield. Every time she hit me, I count one of those 9 pearls on that shield. You heard me? Rosa P. Hanks. And shout out to my auntie Candace, man. Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, man. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all so much, man. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Black Thunder, what's going on?
Hey, Shady, what's going on? Hey, Shady, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Where you at, bro?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Shady. I oversleep a little bit. I'm still in the bed, but look. I want to shout out to everybody who work at Delta, shout out to all the folks out there. I want to shout out to y'all too, shout out to Black Thunder Show Love, to all the folks who work at Delta, all the people who work with them sticks, waving the plane in and the baggy hand people, all the ticket agent. Shout out to everybody who work at Delta. Hey, look, shout out to
it's Founders Day, Delta Sigma Theta. That's not the same thing to people.
Everybody who work at Delta, shout out. When I fly, shout out when I got flew out to anywhere, I would be on Delta. So I shout out to
Delta and Delta. Talking about Delta Sigma Theta is a sorority founded by.
Good. I got on there. I asked her later. I said, "Can I get some extra peanuts?" She gave me 2 bags. So
no, bro. You get mixed up.
So anyway,
Delta Sigma Theta is not an airline.
So shout out to all the folks who work over there at the airport.
Yeah, shout them out, but it's not their Founders Day though. You getting it all mixed? Yeah.
do what I'm trying to tell you, though, son. I'm not going to... I'm already late,
Bro, why you just can't... Yeah.
No, Shad, I'm not finna tell you no big crazy story, Shad. I'm already late. So, look, here what we're going to do, Shad. It's already Wednesday, Shad. You know what I'm saying, Shad?
Yeah.
Don't nobody start playing football in the third quarter. So what's the point of me coming to work today, Shad? It don't make no sense.
Bye.
It's already Wednesday, Shad.
What,
we need to start off with a good, fresh week.
That's a good.
You know what I'm saying,
That's
Shad?
a valid point, dog.
What you mean, Rock?
Don't know football games start in the third quarter. The beginning of the week is Monday, so
what you saying?
Might as well go ahead and let them have the rest of the week off and try again on Monday.
Yeah, Shad, let's start off fresh with a
I'm
new
rolling
week,
with you,
Shad.
Tony.
Appreciate that, Rock T.
So you're not coming tomorrow? So what you?
No, Shad, I'm just saying, Shad, it don't make no sense.
What kind of analogy is that, though?
Y'all on the road, Shad. Y'all on a good road, Shad. Nobody want to show up in the middle of the game, Shad. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Let's talk about this tomorrow, Black Tony. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it tomorrow. Talk about it.
I'll be there, boy. On everything I love.
All right. You promise. Like on Delta Airlines.
Yeah, I put it on Delta Airlines. Shout out to everybody over there at the airport. All the folks out there. Appreciate you.
All right. There it is.
All the buddy fan folks out there.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hold it. Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary had the tea and the little other day. What up, Gary? Good. Oops, up what's in your mouth? Something's in your mouth. Yeah, boy.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Erica. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day. They in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. All right, they're calling them tacky Tyrese, and I'm saying he tacky too, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen the picture that's been surfacing on the social media, what have you. We all know that what's her name? Mary J. Blige celebrated her 50th birthday the other day, y'all. And you know, a lot of her celebrity friends were flown in, came to the party doing it via whatever that virtual and all that mess. But Tyrese was there. Well, Tyrese and Mary were posing for a picture and what have you, honey, for the cameras. And Tyrese decided, honey, he wanted to try to touch Mary on her thigh, honey. Miss Mary knocked his hand out the way. She said, wait a minute, honey, you can't be touching my damn thigh. And
I thought he was going to try to pick her up.
No, he was trying to touch her thigh. She like, wait a damn minute, honey. You don't do that. We know you're going through a turbulent divorce right here, but you don't do nothing like that. But just think about it. So, Ricky, you, Brad, Special K, or Rock T, if Eva gave a birthday party and had a nice dress on with a slit up there, would y'all try to touch on her thigh?
Of course not.
Come exactly.
On, man. Michael, go get his cane and beat the hell out of us.
Exactly. That is so.
But that's not the same thing. I mean, Eva's married, and we all know that. Mary is not. So if she didn't mind him touching her leg, then that would have been on her. But since she minded, she didn't see it, then he shouldn't have touched it.
Well, she minded. She didn't want him touching on her leg. Her was old grimy
But
hand.
you got to say though, and Tyrese's, she ain't married.
That don't have nothing to do with
maybe he was shooting his little shot like that. Was it? I didn't see it. I need to see it. Was it like vicious or something?
Are you saying that because both of them are single, then he's allowed to kind of touch her leg?
But not in a disrespectful way. I didn't see
what's a respectful way?
I feel like if you taking the picture and you putting your arm around somebody and neither one of y'all ain't with nobody and you put your arm around her and your hand land on her leg, and unless she tell you to move it or she uncomfortable, then you might could do that.
She made him move. That's just like you posing for a picture and Ricky trying to touch up your house. No, that's not a good look.
That's not the same thing. These are two available, eligible, almost back. Well, I don't know. They might be with somebody, but from what we know, they both are single right now. Dreams was probably going around when you hug up and take a picture. Sometimes that happen. If you don't like it, you tell the person you don't like it, like she did. But sometimes that's how people shoot their shot.
Drinks are flowing.
Yeah, but sometimes people shoot their shot when they got a little Jesus juice in them.
Just play it off. You got to play it off. Just play it off.
Just play it off.
He got shot back.
He sure did, honey.
Oh, you should have done that then.
All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, we all know that the lovely Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan, honey, they went Instagram official with their love, honey. Well, a lot of people saying, y'all, they shooting at Meek Mill. People are attacking Meek Mill, y'all. They say, honey, he is being roasted all over social media now. They're saying, according to social media, Lori Harvey has dated every celebrity except Meek. Now, they say Meek Mill went on social media, and he said, y'all, that he put it on his song, Going Bad, that he definitely, honey, wanted Lori Harvey for his Christmas gift. And a lot of people saying, you nut, how you gonna sit there and say something stupid like that? She got a man. Now, why are you making a fool out of yourself, honey, saying that you want her? Is that bad when somebody put a person on their wish list? I mean, he said he just wanted.
It was a line in the song.
Not bad. It was a line in the song.
It was just
we know that. We know that was. I said that it was a line in the song. But the thing is, people still saying you dingbat.
But you only know it because you read it. We know it for real because we listened to it.
Oh, really? Y'all listen to that song?
Yeah, you only know it because you just read about it. We know it because we listened to it and
we actually know the song.
We actually know the song.
Can y'all give me some lyrics, some tunes of it? Can you say something?
Some tunes of it.
Give me some lines.
Tunes of it. What is this? Name that tune?
Give me some lines. Can you give me some lines? Oh, nobody said nothing. I mean, y'all
it's
must
the one
don't
you
know
said. Just use the one you said.
I must don't know the lines, honey, but y'all gonna sit there and say that. But
we know it. You don't know. Come on now. Come on.
All right, Grant. But anyway, child, people saying that.
All right, scary.
That's not a good look, though. I mean, why? This man got a woman. I mean, that's disrespectful. Why are black men disrespecting other black men? This woman got a man, and he's still saying.
The song came out 2 years ago.
It don't matter. It doesn't matter how old the song is. He needs to take the song off the chart.
He didn't know she was going to be with Michael B. Jordan 2 years ago.
We don't know if he didn't know that or not, but you don't put something on somebody and you don't know what's going to happen. That's not a good look.
You do it all the time.
That's not a good look.
Kanye said Serena, Trina. Come on, man. People shout out people they like. Okay.
That don't mean you want to be with Jennifer Lopez.
Yes, it does. If you say that, if it comes from your mouth, if you speak it from your mouth, honey, that means you. I don't care what it rhymes with. If something coming from your mouth, that's what it is, honey.
Your mouth's not the truth, Gary.
It's not about the truth either, but if it's come from your mouth, honey, if you speak it from your mouth, honey, that means you put it out into fruition. Okay?
Now, fruition.
Somebody been to church?
Huh? Nah. Okay.
Get out of your mouth, you put it.
Fruition.
Get out of here.
We know who don't go to church on this show. But anyway, the Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahlua. My Kahlua today, y'all, is Crimson and Kareem, honey, in honor of the Deltas, honey. What is that?
Y'all give it up again.
Thank you, Ricky.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, a lot of stuff going on. Donald Trump is on the verge of becoming the first United States president to be impeached twice. Vice President Mike Pence says that he will not remove Trump from office using the 25th Amendment. So the House plans to vote today on charging the president with inciting violence against the government of the United States. Now, please help me welcome back to the show Miss Franita Tolson, Vice Dean and Professor of Law at the University of Southern California, and she is an expert on election law and the Constitution. Good morning, Professor Tolson. Thank you for joining us.
Very glad to be here.
Yeah, now Donald Trump has 7 days left in office. Can you explain the push to move forward with an impeachment process at this point?
Absolutely. So impeachment has the benefit of if he's convicted by the Senate. So the House impeaches, but the Senate has to convict him by a 2/3 majority. But the Senate can also impose a disability on him that prevents him from running for federal office in the future. And as we know, Donald Trump has raised a lot of money off of claiming that the election was fraudulent, money that will allow him to run for president in 2024. And so I think in the best interest of the country, it makes sense to impeach him in order to prevent him from being president again.
Wow.
Right now, I have a question, Ricky. Vice President Pence told House Speaker Nancy Pelosi that he's not interested in using the 25th Amendment to remove Trump from power. Now, has the 25th Amendment ever been invoked before, like especially as punishment?
It's been used before, but usually in cases where the president is undergoing some type of surgery or there's some type of emergency. So, for example, when Reagan was shot in the 1980s, the 25th Amendment allowed his vice president to oversee his duties temporarily. George Bush also used it. It allowed Vice President Cheney to oversee the presidency while he was undergoing routine surgery. So it's been used, but never in these circumstances.
So, Ms. Tolson, if this does not happen expeditiously, what does it mean for a president to undergo impeachment hearings once he's already left office?
So, as I mentioned, going through this process, and I know that there are some listeners who are like, why are we doing this again? But it really does, one, allow for accountability, right? So what the president did last week was really unacceptable. And I do think as a country, especially since this president has broken a lot of our political norms, having an impeachment process, well, it's a bit of a reset, right? Because it says this behavior by our commander-in-chief is unacceptable. There's a punishment for this. But secondly, there is also a political side to this, right? So in some ways, pursuing impeachment allows the Democrats to reassert their authority. We've had a period where not much has gotten done. And so the process of impeachment is a way of really setting the government on the right track. And the fact that this is a bipartisan impeachment, right? The fact you have Republicans also coming out against this president is a good thing for the country, I think.
Mm-hmm. So, Professor Tolson, you said you're talking about getting things done. So, could this impeachment have a negative effect on Joe Biden's transition and his administration's first 100 days?
Possibly, right? Because every time we have a new president, I think there's some sense that, the country wants to start over, particularly when the presidency changes parties. But we are in unprecedented territory here in a sense that what happened last week, we've never seen before. And also keep in mind that the storming of the Capitol happened only 4 days after the President of the United States called the Georgia Secretary of State and told him to find votes, right? So in 4 days, he just caused so much havoc that it set the country on a path that it just never went down. So there's a possibility it could, take attention away from Biden's first 100 days, which is very important. But at the same time, I'm hoping that, Congress can walk and chew gum, right? Pass Biden's agenda, but also prosecute this president.
Right. Now, one of the questions I have, when he's out of office, can he be prosecuted because he would become just a regular citizen at this point? Can he be prosecuted for inciting, a riot, just like they prosecute all of the people that went into the Capitol? Will he have any responsibility with that? Because he would become a normal citizen.
Yes, so he can be prosecuted, and but keep in mind that an impeachment process is a political process, and so what the House and Senate has to prove in order to convict him is different from what a prosecutor would have to prove if he's indicted for inciting a riot. A criminal indictment is actually a higher standard, whereas the impeachment process, really an impeachable offense is whatever the Senate says it is, right, in convicting this president.
But do you think they would prosecute him? I mean, do he have exposure? Is he exposing himself, if that's the right word?
Yeah. So, he does have some exposure here, right? There's, some connection between his words to that crowd right before they march down to the Capitol. But is a conviction likely? Probably not. It's a really high standard. There's some it's called seditious speech that is actually protected by the First Amendment. There has to be a threat of imminent violence, and there has to be a pretty direct connection between the president's words and the violence that the crowd engaged in. And so it's a really high standard. It'll be difficult to convict him, but he can be indicted.
Right. Yeah, I definitely hope that they impeach him so he can't run again. But I tell you what, he ain't going nowhere. No. he got followers, and it's a cult following. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I mean, it's really, really cultish to the point where these people will go in there and kill police officers and do everything that they're doing just because they believe in Trump. It ain't about Republican principles. They believe in Trump, and it's like Jim Jones. That's what I'm feeling. I'm sensing like cultish type of thing. USC Professor Franita Tolson, thank you so much for joining us today. And if people want to know more, how can they keep up with you?
So I'm on Twitter, Prof. Tolson. I'm on Instagram, Prof. Tolson. So follow me.
Yeah, thank you so much for educating us today. Appreciate it, y'all. Y'all give it up. Show your love for USA Professor Franita Tolson. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Oh, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. R&B remixes of the 90s. Destiny Shines, Wyclef. What did that take me back to, y'all? What did it take y'all back to?
Trying to sing it. Every time I see you with your body.
Come on, Brad.
You heard that vibrato, Rick?
Yes.
What'd you say, Brad? What'd you say, Brad?
Trying to sing. Every time I see you with your body.
This was one of those songs when you got the CD, because we still used to have CDs and tapes back in the day. You used to open it up to make sure you were singing the words right. So this is when you used to go back, and so you can say the words when they saying the words. I used to go back and check every word so I can make sure I was accurate.
Oh, that's right, y'all. Gary.
This when we was really honey punking in those days. When the girls you tell the boys, no. Then you say, yeah.
and y'all call it punking?
Yes, I look at me punking, baby.
What is punking? What does punking include?
When you're just being a sissy, honey. Just being just queen, honey. That's punking, baby. Yes, baby.
Was y'all in the club kicking y'all legs up with your toes pointed?
Baby, quit kicking, twirling, and all that, honey. Pointing our finger, no.
Yeah, Gary, you can't kick your legs up like that no more, can you?
Oh, no, I can't kick no more like that, but that's all right. I can slide, honey. I can just slide, honey, but I can't kick no more. But you can hold it up, honey.
Last time he kicked in the air, he kicked so hard, he flipped on his back.
All right, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
No.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, 8 minutes after the hour, y'all. I got something interesting. Why aren't marriages lasting like they did during our grandparents' generation? That's pretty deep, huh? Why aren't?
I got an easy answer.
Go ahead.
Me too.
Too much access to each other. I think that cell phones and technology, and you never have couples now are together 24/7. Whereas in our grandparents' generation, your granddaddy went to work, your grandma, was at home or whatever, and people had time away, and they didn't have so many distractions and so many outside interference.
And I think people don't care about tradition no more. Like back in the day, your grandparents believed in tradition and how their parents did it, and people just be like, "Oh, we gonna change it, we gonna do it our way," and it don't always work out like that. Sometimes you need to still include some of that tradition that we was raised with.
I think the reason why they're not staying together anymore because women are working now as opposed to women not working back in the day. My grandmother, my mama didn't work. My daddy did. So, honey, he ran the house and she stood there and she accepted what he did and what he brought home. Women not doing that anymore because they working just like a man. And if I'm working and bringing in money, you do this here, I'm out because I got my own money.
Hello.
What you think?
Our grandparents wasn't worried about what the Joneses was doing.
Say it again.
So they wasn't worried about what the Joneses had. They weren't trying to compare their lives to their neighbors and so on and so forth. They was thankful, they was grateful, they wasn't allowing anybody else to get into their business. And
that's my point, is that we have the Joneses and what they're doing because we're looking on social media. We're seeing what gifts, men are buying their wives, what kind of houses they have and cars, and we're comparing our lives to their lives instead of just taking inventory on ourselves. So I think social media definitely gives relationships a black eye because it keeps your eye wandering.
That's right.
Instead of working your relationship out, you start scrolling through people you may know on Facebook.
But do y'all see people who hash out their personal issues with their spouse on social media? That freaks me out. Like
the subliminal
people
post?
put a lot of their real put a lot of their real business out on Facebook, and you'd be like, wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so hey, let us know what you think. Go to Rickey Smiley Official on Facebook and let us know your opinion. Why is it that marriages aren't working out anymore? Tell me, man, it's a whole. I want to hear some good stuff, man, and we'll jump back on this, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Make the fin. Whoa.
Love it.
I will walk the floor for somebody. Boy.
That is a dope swing out song.
It really is.
Man, that song's so dope, man. I would take that Trump supporter with no arms and no legs and just hold her and just spin on a dance floor. Both of us got on white. She got on I got her in a white pillowcase with it tied up tight in the back.
Spindle top. Weeble wobble, but they don't fall down.
That little Trump, man, that song had me in my feelings. It would be, I don't care who the woman is. That song had you in love with her. I I would take her ass out that wheelchair up. I would be standing right there at the top of the Capitol steps like Jack was when was going up the steps on the Titanic. And I would get her out that wheelchair and put her in a brand new white pillowcase and tie it up in the back where it could be tight and she could be sexy. And put that damn song on and just hold her and just spin all around and put a disco ball and shine some white lights on it. The white lights to match the pillowcase. While she be talking about Trump, 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 and I be talking about whoa, da 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 da, da 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 da. And then I'll take her and I'll just lay her down on her stomach and spin her around on the floor. Go to commercial. Go to commercial.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, the time right now is 26 minutes after the hour, y'all. We got your front page right here. It's being brought to you by. Can I get a drum roll while I find it? Toyota. There it is. That's right. Front page being brought to you by Toyota. That's right. Live the Sienna life. That's right. In the all-new Toyota Sienna with upgraded style and available features like the 1500W capable power outlet. Toyota, let's go places. What up, people?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. Vice President Mike Pence refused to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove Trump from office. The House will now take steps today to begin the impeachment of President Trump. With votes from House Democrats and at least 5 Republican members of Congress, the measure is certain to pass. This will make Trump the first U.S. president to be impeached twice. Meanwhile, we're seeing more and more videos and information come out about the attacks and the riots on the Capitol. People defecating in the building. Yes, I said defecating. Direct threats to kill those in Congress, including VP Mike Pence. Open-handed combat with police and pipe bombs. The acting U.S. attorney in Washington said the scope of the crimes is mind-blowing and could include charges of sedation and conspiracy. Now, in coronavirus news, the U.S. hit another all-time high yesterday with over 4,400 deaths in one day from COVID-19. The Health and Human Service Secretary announced several changes yesterday that will hopefully speed up the rollout of these vaccines. One change includes no longer reserving required second dose of the vaccine in order to allow people to get the first dose. Now, in other news, Trump is not done yet. Yesterday, the administration executed the only woman on death row. And now conservative Supreme Court granted his administration's request to reinstate the restriction that limits access to an abortion drug in early pregnancy. Now, finally, and yes, in some good news, Mississippi has raised its new flag over the state capitol for the first time. And Ricky, the Confederate flag imagery is now gone.
Yeah, but they still, never mind.
They are, but what's flying now is a white national.
But the racism is still deep embedded in them. What the flag gonna do? It ain't nothing but
the flag helped them be emboldened, so at least we can pull that down.
Well, I almost cussed.
I know, Rick. I know. But right now we're flying the white magnolia over Mississippi. Shout out to Mississippi. All right. Those are your top headline stories today. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille. To catch more of that, log on to the Rickey Smiley Morningshow.com. Right to you what's happening in the world of sports.
Well, let me told you, Eva for Sheba. NBA star James Harden is expressing his frustrations, man. He says that the Houston Rockets are just not good enough. He doesn't believe his team is a contender, and he don't think that it can be fixed, man. Don't be shocked if James Harden takes some personal time off or sometime throughout this doggone season. Speaking of personal time off, Brooklyn Nets star Kyrie Irving has missed 4 games for taking some personal reasons, and videos surfaced up appearing that is showing him partying at nightclubs well, let me say at a nightclub, I don't want to put an S on that, without a mask. So he may have, of course, violated the league health and safety protocol by partying out there in public without no mask. So the Brooklyn Nets are actually investigating this situation. So we'll see what happens with that. That's all I got right now for sports. The Brat got the hot spot right now. Let's get it.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot. Catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Sit up here acting like you couldn't mention Alabama just one more time in your sports. Oh,
hey man, they got 20,000 doggone championships. You good?
Yeah, you could have mentioned them just one more damn time. Just one more. You could have said one more
Roll
time.
Tide.
There it is.
Roll
Tide. I feel better. I was in my feelings, right, T? All right, this
first down, Alabama. Roll Tide.
All right, y'all, this segment is being brought to you by My Computer Career. Family, if you absolutely don't love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. Well, it looked like Don Lemon has reached his breaking point with Donald Trump. I think that happened a long time ago. Well, y'all doing this CNN show, the anchor lashed out at Donald Trump and his supporters as he spoke on the president's response to the recent violence on the Capitol in Washington, D.C. He pointed out that Trump seemed more upset about the consequences he faced than the actual violence that took place. Don Lemon said, I heard a lot of pathetic things from this White House. This one really takes the cake. A big tough guy who incited a riot and then hid in the White House for 5 days and still refuses to take responsibility. He is the biggest snowflake of them all. The biggest one. The president's legacy will not be the most masculine president, but the biggest loser we've ever had as a president.
They shouldn't even give him a presidential library.
No.
I know they're not going to let him put it in the state of New York nowhere.
It should be an asterisk after Obama and Biden.
Right.
Really, we haven't had a president for the last 4 years. He ain't never been a president.
Yeah, they'll let him
If
put
we
it
impeach
down
him,
there.
does he still get a picture?
No.
I know Biden's not going to put one up in the White House.
No. Please, he ain't never put Obama picture up, so no.
Right. How you going to do that? Right.
That's going to be done the first week. Trust me.
First day.
Okay.
He coming in there with his suitcase and a picture.
Well, we got to get these coronavirus vaccinations out, and then at some point during that week, he gonna honor Barack Obama and give him a presidential medal.
Right.
What was the medal freedom medal? I don't know.
Medal of Freedom.
Yeah, Medal of Freedom. Yep.
That's what's up. All right, y'all. Well, coming up next, we got Chef Kurt Boutreau with the quarantine cuisines, and we got the praise mix down. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time for quarantine cooking with the one and only Chef Kurt Boutreau. What up, Kurt?
Ain't nothing much, baby. How y'all doing this morning?
Man, bless and highly favored this morning, man. I know you finna cook something. I'm talking about real hungry.
Man, today I got for y'all some lobster and crab rangoon with the shrimp and vegetable stir fry.
Ooh.
Okay.
I got this little wok, the little outside wok, man. So I said, let me try this out. So I started by poaching off some lobster tails and some boiling water and sea salt. Cooled them down, poached in my processor. Then I got the rangoon together with some cream cheese, at room temp. Added the crab and lobster, mixed in some chopped garlic, spring onions, Worcestershire sauce. Stuffed my wonton wraps and set those aside. Then I got my wok hot with some sesame seed oil. Seasoned some shrimp for about 2 minutes. Then I threw in the broccoli, cauliflower, snow peas, bells, mushrooms, and carrots. What?
No, that's right.
Then I hit it with that stir-fry sauce and came back with the rangoon, let that fry off for about 2-3 minutes. For 2 minutes with the sweet and sour chili garlic dipping sauce, Brad.
Yeah. Boudreaux.
You feel me?
Boudreaux, 2-3 minutes. Let's go.
You feel me?
Damn, Boudreaux.
You feel me?
Man, it sound good. I got to get my chopsticks, bro. I'm ready, bro. Yeah, that was good.
Man.
That sound good. I feel like I tasted that.
Man, I'm telling you, just check out the video, man. You can find this video on Rickey Smiley Official. You could also check me out on Rebrand Lee / Chef Boudreaux. and all my social media, Chef Boudreaux Official.
There it is, man. And y'all give it up and show your love for Chef Kurt Boudreaux. Appreciate it, Boudreaux.
Have a good one, baby, for sure, man.
Have a good one, man. Peace.
Y'all too, peace.
Hey, what up? This your boy. Look, we quarantine cooking today with your boy, Chef Boudreaux. Look, today we gonna do some crab and lobster rangoon with some stir-fried shrimp and vegetables. We gonna stir-fry some vegetables with some shrimp in them, man. First we're gonna blanch off, not blanch, but we're gonna poach these lobster tails first. We're gonna take a little sea salt, throw up in there. And I'm gonna take these tongs and put these lobster tails up in there. Just like a drop again. Okay. Yep. Slippery little suckers. All right. So we're gonna put this over here for now. And then we got what we got to do to build these rangoon. To build this rangoon, we're gonna need some cream cheese. We got some green onion that I chopped up finely. We got some fresh garlic. We got some Worcestershire sauce up in here. I got this lobster and lump crab meat. It's all cooked down. I got my cream cheese that's kind of room temp. So we're going to put this in here. I know that's a lot. It's supposed to be a lot. Because most of the time when I go to these restaurants and you order crab rangoon, I don't taste no crab, do you? I taste a lot of cream cheese, but I don't taste no crab. So this is going to go together. We're going to mix in a little bit of this Worcestershire, about a tablespoon and a half. We're going to add some of these green onions. I got top and bottom in there. And I got some fresh chopped garlic that I minced myself. Fresh is always better. And we're going to mix all this together. We're going to put these flavors together. Making a little mess, but that's okay. This going to be some good eating right here. And I'm trying to make this easy peasy, man. Easy peasy. All right. And we're going to build these wontons up. And we're going to set this aside because we're going to do the stir fry first. And this is what it's going to look like when it's ready to go. If I'm making crab rangoon, I won't taste crab. But we're going to get a little bit of both. A little crab and a little lobster. All right, there we go. That's how that's supposed to look. That's what you want right there, baby. That's what you're looking for. What you can do is, if you want, you can use a little egg wash. Drop it still. You can use a little egg wash if you want. I'm going to use water. Teaspoon and a half. I'm going to put it in here, right? Show you we're going to go around like this with the water. Show you how I'm going to make this real quick. Fold this over till these touch. Then I'll hit it with a little water here, a little water there, till these two touch. Alright, we're gonna build that just like that. Why? Because I got a new toy that I want to test, and we're gonna make this work. This is my new little toy. I wanted to see how it was gonna work out. So y'all check this out for me. Tell me what y'all think. Start with a little bit of sesame seed garlic oil. And I don't need salt and pepper to the shrimp, so ain't too much going on. I might get a little bit more. Ooh, boy. Look at that, baby. It's going down, son. Ooh. A little bit more oil on that. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking, baby. Chef Bujo, man, we got it going on up in this heat right here. Guess what? I'm gonna wait on toss these vegetables up in here too. Crank that up. There we go. And then after I do this, we're gonna go ahead and throw some oil up in this bad boy. And we gonna, man, it's going down up in here, man. It's gonna go down up in here. Like my golden wok round is cut. Yeah, boy. See, it's looking good right here. I'm gonna add just a little bit of water for some steam action. Now I'm about to add this, my stir fry mixture up in here. Boy, we about to do some good eating, baby. You throw these green onions in there. Yeah, they about to do some good eating up in here. See that, man? Shout out to my nephew Kenneth, man, for this wok. I appreciate you, nephew. Look at that. That's all ready to go there, baby. Guess what? We're going to turn this fire off. Put this in here. We're going to clean this out real quick. And we're going to come back and hit these. We're going to make this rangoon. It's going down in this kitchen, man. Outside kitchen. We ready to do this crab and lobster rangoon. We're going to put these bad, we're going to slide these bad boys in there. We're only going to do them probably about 2 minutes. We're going to fry about 2 minutes. Really golden brown. Turn this fire off. We're gonna fry it long. Woo! Flip that bad boy over. They're calling me rusted knuckles, boy. There you go. There we go. Yeah. Go. Man, it's time to eat. I'm about to build this bad boy up here. Get this stir fry up on here with these veggies. This nice shrimp stir fry. Ooh, whoa. Just a little something, something. Just putting a little taste together. I'm gonna throw some of these. Some of these on here. Some of these lobster and crab rangoon. And this is it, my friends. This is crab and lobster rangoon with a shrimp and veggie stir fry. I made these sauces. That's a sweet chili sauce. Got a little bit of little Worcestershire, little brown sugar, pepper flakes. You know, you could actually make your own, just like the stir fry. Or you could just cut some corners and go to the store and buy it yourself, man. But this is Chef Boudreaux. Let me tell you something. I need to get up in one of these. Taste one of these lobster and crab rangoon for you guys. I'm gonna put one back there, you know. I don't want to mess up the look, see. Now, I can taste some crab and lobster. Man, look. It's your boy, Chef Boudreaux, man. I'm trying to make this easy peasy for y'all. Look, follow your boy on Rickey Smiley Official. Everything else after that, for the exception of Snapchat and TikTok, is Chef Boudreaux Official. I don't care if it's Yahoo. Not Yahoo. I'm tripping. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm everywhere, even LinkedIn. Holla at your boy, man. You already know what it is. You already know how I get down.
Because you're so extra and all over the place.
That's what the podcast is.
Oh my gosh.
Listen.
No, this last episode was not all over the place. It was talking about Rocky and how he talked to me and he needed to learn a different way to say things. And once he did, we got on the same page.
No, but see, when you change the narrative like this woman right here, keep everything on the same subject. Stop trying to remix doggone what we talking about. Trying to play mind games with the I'm a man.
You always see, this is, ladies, let me tell y'all something. Every time a man try to tell you playing mind games, you playing word games, or something's going wrong because you're pointing out the obvious of what happened, does not mean you playing mind games or word games. You are explaining what happened and what made you react the way you did. See. And that's all I did. That's what I did on this episode right here. I explained on why my attitude got bad and why I looked at him crazy. It wasn't about the fact that I couldn't get what I wanted at that time. It was about his tone and how he said it.
Fellas, you see I'm just being quiet over here because it ain't going to do me no good to try to hush that thing up over there because she going to keep going until she get her point across.
Babe, because you know that is exactly what... No, when I tell y'all this really happened, it really happened like 2 days ago. For real.
If you want to know more about what happened and what we did to resolve it and how heated it got, perfectrepairpodcast.com. Make sure you listen to the podcast anywhere that you listen to your podcast. You can also check out the YouTube channel, Perfect Pair Podcast.
And guess what? The reason why we smiling right now is because he got some act right. Just point that out. I just wanted to point that out.
I'm going to let you have it.
He knew it.
I'm going to let you win this battle.
It ain't letting me.
I'm going to let you win this one.
Okay, here we go.
Take notes, fellas.
Listen, don't let him fool y'all. He was wrong.
You know who really running things.
You knew you was wrong. He knew he was wrong. That's why he had to come correct the next day.
Check the podcast out. Y'all determine what y'all think for yourself.
I already know they
Deuces.
Bye.
That's what you... We just did 3 songs in like probably 2 hours or something like that.
That's crazy.
But tell them the story.
Never did that before in my life.
She killed it.
I never did 3 songs in my life that fast. 1 song, 1 verse, I tried to perfect it so much it took me like hours.
But she did this like, what, 15, 20 minutes the first track?
Yeah, man.
When I tell y'all, this is going to be something different, something interesting.
It's crazy.
Yeah, she crazy.
I didn't know I had that in me, for real. So thank you for bringing it out.